We have our first patch for 2022 Season 4 on iRacing. A couple little tweaks. We'll get started right here in the iRacing UI. For general, fix an issue where the UI scale value was resetting to 100% regardless of what the real value was after reloading the iRacing UI. The error message a user receives when attempting to launch iRacing using unsupported operating systems has been updated. iRacing requires Windows version 8.1 or newer. For hosted racing, an error message now appears when entering the incorrect password for a private hosted session. For results, fix an error that could occur when downloading results, and under the paint shop, fix an error that could occur when selecting to use a custom paint pattern. For the simulation, for the forums, forum moderation tools have been updated. All iRacing members' forum protests should be handled through the official iRacing protest system. Servers, the race farm field on the info tab of the session and replay screens now include the appropriate IPv4 or IPv6 prefix for the race server farm name based on how the simulator connected to the race server. For the engine, reverted a change that was disabling the auto pit speed limiter during gridding and parade laps. For the new damage model, fix an issue where damage was being distributed incorrectly to nearby mounts. Fix an issue for when a structure yielded to impact forces, it was incorrectly calculating the deflection, causing too much damage. In particular, deflection of the other stronger object was taking far too much damage. This was especially noticeable for the front wings of the Mercedes W12 F1. As a result of this change, all vehicles using the new damage model have been rebalanced for improved performance and realism. Well, I get to test that out tonight for sure. Audio for the LFE system improved the engine RPM effect. A low-pass filter has been added to reduce noise, and a graduated RPM scale has been added to help keep the frequencies in the range most shakers can operate at, while still remaining harmonic with the sound of the engine. Virtual reality fixed an issue where Varho headsets were not working correctly with OpenVR. Never even heard of that one. User interface fixed an issue that prevented text elements from momentarily blinking, such as the best lap indicator. On to cars. For the ARCA car, engine sounds have been completely updated for all camera views. Calitate position has been adjusted on the custom paint template. Fixed a texture issue with the grills on short tracks. For the Audi RS3 LMS, rebalanced engine torque for within the touring car class of balance. For the Dallara IR18 IndyCar, for the new damage model, increased brake limits for wheels based on members' feedback. For the HPD, fixed a texture issue with the fuel boom. Hyundai Veloster NTC rebalanced engine torque for within the touring car class balance. For the iRacing Formula IR04, fixed an issue where the display was not working correctly when the new damage model was not in use. The Lotus 79 glass has been added over some cockpit gauges. Added a texture issue with the engine cover, get it right one of these times. Fixed an issue where some cockpit switches appeared duplicated from some camera views. For the NASCAR 87 Cup car, recentered the Buick logo on the rear of the car. The Porsche 911 GT3 992 brake pressure bias adjustment range has been narrowed to between 40 and 60%. For the Porsche Mission R, some of the high-frequency engine sounds have been tuned down slightly. For the new damage model, updated the nose, hood, sides, and mount brake limits to prevent explosive collisions when impacting a barrier at maximum speed. Fixed an issue where the brakes were incorrectly disengaged when no throttle was applied while in drive gear. Tire pit service duration has been reduced by about 7 seconds. The rear wing outer parts have been moved to the car_decal layer so they may be edited in custom paint schemes, and rear swing arm textures have been updated. Also, something funny about this car that I found out watching a race is it's an electric car, but you can blow the engine and smoke comes out of it and it makes the blow up sound and everything. I don't know if you'll see it too well. You'll see it in the crash vid this week, but I also posted a picture of it on the Discord. Alright, in the Williams F1 car, drivers of this car will now use the appropriate helmet style. And for the old Riley prototype, fix the texture issue with some pit crew gear. And then on to the tracks. For Hockenheim, the DRS zone has been relocated from the pit straight to the straight after turn 1. For Indianapolis, for the road course, turn 6 exit curving has been updated, and some environment textures have been updated. For Las Vegas, smoothed a bump at pit entry. I'm going the wrong way. Alright, Lucas Oil Speedway, Barney, legendary flagman, has been rotated to face the correct direction. Catch fences may now catch. The pace car entry line has been shifted forward slightly, and it should alleviate an issue with an early green flag. For Nashville Super Speedway, some painted lines have been updated. For Rudskogen, Motor Center, tire walls, tree shadows, and rocks have all been updated for improved graphics performance. A variety of glass textures have been updated for improved graphics performance. Fixed an issue with shiny rocks at certain graphics settings, and updated the draw distance for some tire walls. And then finally here for Talladega, fix an issue with a stretched asphalt texture in the Talladega logo, fix some issues with wall logos, and fix some issues with the dashed pit road lines. So there you go. I like the changes so far, I think, to the new damage model. It's a lot tougher. At least my last 2 races were not that great, but it felt more realistic. I think with some tweaking, maybe now it's in a sweet spot. My race tonight's at Bristol. That's probably not going to be a good gauge of that. And then my next race after that is Talladega, which also probably won't be a good gauge of that, but hopefully on some normal tracks and stuff, it'll be a lot more manageable and better and easier to live with the new damage model, because it's been a rough couple of weeks for me. Anyway, I'll stop rambling now. That's it for this one. There is your patch, and I hope you liked it. If you did, like, favorite, subscribe. Bye.